Well, howdy do. Welcome. How's everybody doing?
Are you the How to Duty show?
Howdy doody.
What is your deal? Welcome, everyone. We're going to give everyone a few minutes to join.
Yes.
Let us know you are here by saying hello, hi, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel.
Hi, Kim, Julie, Deanna, Creative, Fern, Renee, Georgia, and Melinda, Andre. Or Andrea, sorry. Kathleen, Karen. I like all you guys. Just pop it in here.
All right.
Well, hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I had so many of you reach out to me yesterday saying, why are you not live today? And I just want to remind everyone, and yes, I know I need to update my thing at the top of my page.
Yes.
We're going to be live Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from now on forward. Fridays are hard. Everyone's out and about. And Monday is a great day for me to play catch up, get my projects ready, get the house ready. So, so that is how it's going to go. So welcome to today's live video. I'm so excited because last week we shared a huge release from ThermalWeb featuring Gina K and Brutus Monroe product. But today is the official launch of the new Clear Designer toner sheets.
Ooh, that's
so we're going to be making some projects with that. Really excited about that. Just to let everyone know, this is a live video right now. You can follow along in the chat. And also, please put your questions in caps so we can see it and answer it for you.
Please.
If you are following this after the live video, make sure to follow along with the chat. It should be to the right of you. So this way, if someone's asking a question and we just randomly are answering, you know what we're talking about.
Yes.
Everything we are using is down below in the links. We do get a small commission from these companies if you do use the links, which we appreciate. That's what helps brings more content to all of you.
Yep.
Also, don't forget, we do have a Patreon account, and as a Patreon, you get special perks, files, and awards. Also, that is a huge help to us because that is our true crew, and they're supporting us.
Yes. Thank you so much.
So, and don't forget to subscribe. We're just at about 90,000 subscribers, 10,000 more.
Right there.
We get 100,000, and then we can start doing sponsorships and so much more.
Make sure you hit that bell right there. That bell right there. Just a little right click on.
Yes.
Can you do it on your? Somebody says you can only do it on computers or your.
You can do it on both.
On everything.
Yeah.
So you right click. If it defaults to like occasional, hit always, and that should help.
All right, guys, so let's pop down and kind of show you. Oh, and I forgot something, the most important thing.
What did we forget?
So,
before I go down.
The lovely Julia at ThermalWeb.
Oh, we love Julia. She's awesome.
She is, if you share this video to your Facebook page, comment and like the video, someone on Friday will win these new 5 toner sheets.
Well, let's show them.
And some Deco foil in Halloween colors and memory tape. So much goodness. Get out of here. Get out.
Yes,
all right, guys, let me show you. So these are the new iCraft Deco foil. So these are a ThermalWeb release. Now, these are something that were introduced at Creativation. And basically what they are is they are a clear piece of acetate. And it has this black, which is actually toner. So this here is the, thanks, Sean. This here, anywhere you see black toner, now you could use this by itself, or you can do some foil on it. So let me kind of show you an example before we go into all of these. So this is one of the first ones I got, and this is what it looks like, black and white, correct?
Yeah.
But when you run it through with foil, that's what happens. And let me bring that up close so you can see the foil amazingness.
Amazing.
So basically this adds foil, there you go, to it. So you could definitely use it black, but it's really cool because now we can add some cool, these are great for shaker cards. So that's just black. Just wanted to make sure you could see the difference. So that's what the big idea on these toner sheets. Now to answer a few questions, we did get an official word from the wonderful ThermalWeb, and they do have some called memory tape, and that is where you can use it on this and you won't see it.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, they are actually sending me some of those.
Oh, sweet.
All right, so let's show you the fall release. These are what you could win. So this first one is Endless Leaves. And with that one, I made our display card. Now we're gonna be doing something a little different, but I used that, and you can kind of see, I'm trying to get it to where the light can pick up those, that you can see all the colors right in there. There's some golds and
green,
blues, and yeah. And then of course we picked it up with the leaves. These are some leaves on Gina K using her die. So it's a really fun set. I did back set it with white so you can see it, but you could pick up other colors with it. But look at that. It's always so hard because on camera you really can't get the full effect of foil. Foiling is definitely appreciated in person, but you can kind of see it there as I move it. But that was made with the endless leaves. The one we're going to be using today in our project is the pumpkin patch. And there it is. And it's essentially pumpkin patch.
So this is the negative, and here's the positive.
So essentially this is using Dazzling Orange, which we're going to be using again today. And then this, we actually did the negative, just like Sean said. So we used Deco Foils toner sheets, and basically we used this first, ran it through, and then when you peel it up, you had this negative that you could put on full toner sheets, and it gives you two completely different looks.
Awesomeness.
Awesomeness, like Sean says. Here's another one of the leaves from the first time, and I wanted to show you this one again. This is using Deco Foil. This is just green. I think it's called the Spring Green. And then this is the Dazzling Green. And you can see there, you just get a whole different look using any of Gina K's Dazzling foils. Yep. And that's something good we'll talk about too here in a sec, is there's different foils. We have Deco Foil, which we're going to be using today. Or Gina K foil sheets, Deco Foil, and then Brutus Monroe also released some foil sheets. So make sure you look at all of it. All right, the next one we are going to show you.
Mary will answer that in just a sec, so stand by.
This here is the Cobwebs and Cauldrons.
This one's awesome. I like
which
it.
I love this one because look at this amazingness.
And that purple is awesome.
This purple is going to be one of the ones that's given away in the Deco Foil. It's going to be the orange, purple, black, and green.
Nice.
Okay. So the next one is Wheat Fields. Haven't used this one yet, but very fun. And I haven't used this one yet, Wilderness.
That's what looks cool.
Yes, this one will be very cool, I think, for winter backgrounds too. So those are all the new ones that you can get. So make sure you are sharing, liking, because you can get stuff. We did use some here to make a card last week. You can see all that coolness. Just to give you a quick... Here's some other, toner sheets that you can use to get amazing effects. So look at that.
That is neat.
And let's take a peek at this one. Here's a fun one. This is from the new Brutus Monroe collection. He has toner sheets and foil, and look at that. Absolutely amazing. So I'm going to make sure we'll keep these out just in case people want to see them again in the release. And we're going to be jumping right into this card because we have a lot of steps to this card. It won't be hard, but just, like I said, a lot of steps.
All right, then now, while he's doing that, I'm going to tell you, somebody just asked what laminator are we using. This was given to us by Thermoweb. It's called the Royal Sovereign. Royal Sovereign. This baby is nice. And, of course, every time they do their... expos and whatnots, this is the one they use because they love it so much, and so do we.
Yes, and the links are down below.
Links down below, yep.
All right, so let's just jump right in. This is going to be requiring a lot of steps, so I'm going to kind of do the first steps in the beginning that will use some of my bigger machines. I am going to be doing some coloring today, which is a lot of fun. On coloring, for today's project, I will be using embossing powder to get a nice look. And Sean can show you on this card just how it really does make a difference when you're coloring. And we're going to be using our Zig Real Brush markers.
So you look real closely, all that black is all embossed, which gives you that nice detail without worrying about losing it during your coloring.
Yes.
Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Oh, there's a good look. All that shiny embossing part. There you go.
Yes. So the leaf card that we just used is a Tim Holtz stamp set. That's that one. And then this one, we're also going to be using this Tim Holtz stamp set, which is a pumpkin on there. So this one is actually called Autumn. And it has all the leaves that I used in the first card. I don't have the links for these. I do apologize. I forgot I was using these. But you could probably use my Amazon link down below to find those. And we're using the same thing. This one here is called... Happy Halloween Mini Blueprints. And we're going to be using today this pumpkin one. We're going with a big pumpkin theme. Now, I am using the mini stamp platform by Tim Holtz. This is getting discontinued, so if it's something you want, they do still have them available at Amazon. I would get it soon because these are going away. Once Amazon is out, I do not believe any more is coming. You'll have to buy them somewhere else.
So Karen has a question. I'm not sure quite what it means, but she says, can I use it on a plain, on plain gift bags?
Use what?
That's the part I don't know. So I'm not quite sure what you mean, Karen. Try to...
If she means her foil, yeah, you can. You would have to use it and attach it using the memory tape, but it's doable if that's what we're asking.
I think, but I'm not real sure.
So I'm going to actually stamp this twice. Now this stamp platform does have a rubber side. Here we go. And a clear side. And so we want this to be the rubber side, so rubber's facing up. It's going to clean that stamp. And I'm going to emboss it with some embossing ink. This is just Brutus Monroe embossing ink. You could use Versamark, anything, even regular ink, anything that essentially is giving you that sticky look. And we got a good transfer, so I'm going to do the same thing down here just so I have a second pumpkin. Don't think I'll need it, but this way, just in case I mess up on coloring, because we are cutting these out on my brother's Scan and Cut, I don't want to have to redo it again.
Yeah, these are kind of cool, the blueprint look.
I am a big fan of the blueprint look. We are cutting away the blueprint part, so that's unfortunate, but it just doesn't... I might keep it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll keep it on this one, actually. Actually, I might. You know what? Because I do like it. You've changed my mind, Sean. Aren't you excited that you did that?
Yes.
Do you know your power?
I didn't know I had that kind of power.
All right, so we are going to be using the Brutus Monroe Raven embossing powder.
Good
I
stuff.
love this embossing powder. It's an ultra fine. So anything that's ultra fine is great because some embossing powder is a little chunky and you don't get that nice, beautiful...
Down to the nitty-gritty fine.
Nitty-gritty, which is what we want.
Super fine.
Somehow I got... I wonder if I push my stamp too hard. I don't know, it looks okay. You need a little more up here. So what we're gonna do is make sure any of the loose powder, we're gonna grab this and put it back in our jar. That's what's great about any embossing powder really is a little bit goes
a long way.
A long way.
Yes, indeed.
All right. You guys, I have a new favorite find, a must for any craft room. I am so glad I found this. This has blown my mind away, literally. And you guys know I'm no longer with Fun Stampers Journey. They're still great company, great products. But, what?
I was just going to say we're up on the top camera. There was nothing there, so I wanted to
Oh,
make
well,
sure
we're going back.
Okay, ready?
So this is the Wagner heat embossing tool. And this thing is so amazing because it gets hot. And it does a great job.
Fast,
I do believe this is the one Jennifer McGuire uses. At least someone told me that. I bought it because it was the best reviews on Amazon. I did give you the link, but this is awesome. Gets hot fast, so we're already ready to go. Let me get up close so you can see this.
You're actually quite fine, Tiger Lily. We just basically started.
Oh, that's so awesome. So you're looking for it to go from a
dull
look to this nice, beautiful look.
Shiny, shiny. See how it's shiny now?
Shiny, shiny. And that is just going to fit.
Nice.
Okay, so we do have some extra little specs on this one. Nothing huge. We could definitely not worry too much about that. Plus we can kind of sprucing that up if we want to. But before I start coloring, I am going to run this through my Cuttlebug.
Melissa says yes, it is what Jennifer uses.
That's what I thought. Someone mentioned that to me. I want to say during a live. And I haven't confirmed it by going to her channel, but I love it. And it's hard to find a good embossing tool, heat gun that heats up quickly, is high enough temperatures. So I'm excited I found it. And I thought I was the one. I was like, you guys, I found this, and now everyone's telling me no, Jennifer McGuire did. So I think this year I need to have a Ken's favorite thing list.
There you go.
Because, oh, I used the wrong one. That's okay.
Hello, Miss Kate. Welcome.
Hello,
Don't worry.
Miss Kate.
Don't worry, you didn't miss much.
I'm going to recut this because, well,
What'd you want to do?
well, that's, I needed it to be this one. I completely messed that up. So.
You had to restamp.
Yep. Well, that's a bummer.
Restamp.
Restamp. This is what happens, you guys.
Will you get credit if I use your Amazon links to purchase the heat gun?
If you use the links down below, I sure
Yes,
will.
sure will.
And thank you.
Thank you very much, Georgia.
For whoever is doing that. Is
That's
this?
Georgia.
No.
No, that's not it.
Can I have my cutter?
Oh, here's the other piece right here.
Oh, perfect.
It's already in the cutter.
So you guys get to watch me do that process again because Ken made a little
For
oopsie
those
doodly.
who just missed it, get to see it again.
So if you are just joining, that's exciting. First thing we're going to do is use my embossing buddy here. So the paper I'm using is Bristol paper cardstock because we are going to be coloring it. And Bristol paper just does extremely well with water, the zigs. It does really well with it. It basically blends as you're coloring, so it's one of my favorite things. So we're just going to clear embossing ink.
Yes, everybody says about your favorite tools.
Huh?
Everybody's saying yes, favorite tools.
That's what I think too. I think I'll do that. Yeah, we put that off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are going to grab that black embossing powder again. Uh-oh. Well, there's a little piece of blue.
You want to grab a...
It's, yeah, no, I don't know where that came from. Hopefully they don't see it.
Restamping, it happens. So true. Can I use the stamp on a gift bag with the heat gun?
Yes.
Making sure you don't melt the heat. Melt it though.
What would you melt?
I guess, what would
Most gift bags are with paper.
Oh, okay, that kind of stuff. Yeah,
What were you thinking?
the plastic kind. Because the plastic one was kind of mentioned earlier, so I kind of went back to that again.
Oh, if it's plastic, do. Heat gun would probably not do so bueno.
So Melinda says, how does it do with the alcohol inks?
Amazing. The heat gun? It's amazing. I have to say I've been very impressed with this heat gun.
Sometimes you can actually see this do it if you put the heat gun in the back of it. You can actually just see it just turn.
All right, so now let's try that again. And we want...
Can the Australians enter the giveaway?
Sure, why not?
Give it a good whirl.
Give it a good whirl, Sean says. All right, so my plates are getting a little warped. And I need to cut this down because it's not going to fit through my cut-a-bug.
How does it do with alcohol inks?
I just said, didn't we just answer that?
I don't know.
We can answer it again. Yes, I said it does great.
Oh, okay, sorry, I did not hear that one. Dun, dun, dun.
All right. There we go.
Kelly, we're using the Wagner heat gun. It's in the description down below.
Let's see how ours turned out. Oh, bueno. Muy bueno.
Nice.
All right, since I have this out, I'm just going to grab some of Gina K's black cardstock. Her cardstock, I love. It is a very heavy weight. I think it's 110 pound.
Hairdryer is not hot enough for embossing, is it? No, yeah, I didn't think it can get hot enough.
No, plus it's you need an embossing or a heat tool like the Wigner is going to be a direct heat. So it's not, a hairdryer is almost too forceful. It's going to blow off your embossing powder before you have a time to let it set. So that's why you want a even heat.
What is the tasks to enter the giveaway?
Share it to your Facebook page. So below the video, you should have a beautiful share link that says share. It will pop up with a Facebook link. And then like the video and comment. That's it. Yay. Also, we just used Gina K's die set. Sean can kind of show you the cool things about these.
Okay, so this is what just blew us away when we saw these the first time, which was 2 years ago, right?
Yes,
yeah,
that was
so
for...
CHA 2 years ago. So I'm gonna try to get up really close. So you see this one here, single stitch cut, and this is a double stitch cut. But if you put them together, you'll see that there's a slight, and we're talking slight, probably less than a 1/16 of an inch.
Well, you can show them on this, Johnny.
Yeah, 1/16 of an inch.
Here it is right here. This is the single stitch. Let me get up super close. But when I put this, it just covers that stitch. And it gives you a perfect offset.
Isn't that nice?
And you have a nice stitch around the whole thing.
Yep.
So we're going to go ahead and attach this now because I'm going to start coloring this so it has time to dry. And might as well have this reinforced on there first. So we're just going to line it up. It's just going to cover that stitch.
Does the purple tape actually have a name, or just
purple tape?
Just purple tape through ThermoWeb.
Through ThermoWeb. So Sean can get in a little closer here. I'm going to color with you now. I am using my where did my Bristol paper go? The extra part. I am using Bristol cardstock. So what I'm going to be doing here, this is the foil we're using. It's dazzling orange. So we got a couple of different colors of orange. So I'm going to be grabbing. So we're going to grab a scarlet red, which even though it says red, it's orange. Then we're going to have regular orange, which is right here. And then a fluorescent orange. So these are the kind of 3 colors I'm going to grab.
Sweet.
We do have a little bit of green on there, but we're not going to worry too much. And I'm actually going to start with the scarlet red. And the nice thing on these stamps is, see where there's kind of like this etching? That's kind of their way of saying, hey, this is where your shading is. So we're going to start with our darkest colors right there. So I'm going to put a pretty heavy on this scarlet red. Now, even though it says red, it's a
it's almost like a maybe a red orange.
Yeah, it's almost a red orange, I would say. And we're not too worried about staying in the lines as much because we will be using the next colors to blend. All right, so the next one is orange. I'm just going to make sure I'm clean here. And this, I am going to pick up that red orange and kind of bring it down. Just like
Are these only available online? Well, she does have a store, doesn't she? Like in...
Who are we talking about?
I'm assuming all this stuff with Gina K.
Or
even ThermoWeb. Gina K herself has
everything that I'm showing you right now can be purchased through online, yes.
Yep.
I do believe Gina K does have a physical store. I've never been there, so I don't know that to be true. But if I remember right, she does.
Yeah, I want to say somewhere in Michigan, but I don't really remember. Somebody knows.
So what I'm going to be doing is cleaning off the pen a lot. So I want to pick up these darker colors, but I don't want to lose the brightness of this neon orange, because this is really what's going to make this.
Yes, Deco foil is my jam. You got that right, Don. Diet, these are the
Zig Real Brush.
Zig Real Brush. I'll give you a quick close up here if I can make sure I can get it to. Oop, that's way. There you go. So, Real Brush.
And I will tell you guys, if you are someone like me, I don't know how to color. I know everyone's like, oh, you do such a good job coloring, which is very nice. But in all reality, I really do not know how to color that well. And the zigs have really helped me with coloring. So they're very forgiving. They are easy to blend, and the key to these markers is going to be the Bristol paper. It's very important.
Oh yes.
So what we're doing is we're picking up these darker colors we left and then going to...
Oh, thank you, Kelly. Gina K has a store in Greendale, Wisconsin, suburb of Milwaukee. Oh, there you go.
And then we are going to be taking a final, these darker markers and going back over and kind of cementing this dark color.
I would say if we had 4K video and you guys were watching this on 4K, you would definitely see the difference in all the tones. These lower resolution cameras and stuff don't give it justice, but boy, is it pretty. Do you prefer Zig over Copic? He does.
Not a big Copic fan.
No.
Copic is wonderful. I've tried using alcohol markers. I went to a few classes, and it's.
You just have to be a real professional artist. Can deal with them much better than.
Ooh, Sean, you kind of backed yourself into a bad comment there. Be
Just
careful. Oh, do you guys see what I have to live here? He literally said, well, a real artist knows how to use them, but for someone like Kenny who doesn't really, he's not a very good colorer, these are good.
Lindsay, we can't really tell you that because we don't know what the DX can do.
What's DX?
The scan and cut second one. I'm assuming that's
as soon as it comes out, I will be purchasing it, but...
Yes, Gina K has a website too? I believe so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she does.
She has a YouTube channel.
But the majority of her stuff is online through ThermalWeb on the links I gave you down below. Yeah. Okay, so I'm taking this this dark orange again, and I'm just kind of going over it, and it will look like it's not blended, which is not a big deal. That's part of the reason I love these markers is they continue to blend on this paper. So, but what this will do is all of those colors we just mixed to get the highs and the lows, we're re-putting down now that darker stuff again.
Jennifer says, Sean, I asked you in the beginning if Ken was feeling bad. He looks redder than usual, and you do look a little more red than normal.
Do you want to know why?
Why?
What happened yesterday?
Well, you got your shots.
So, at once a month I get pain injections, prednisone pain injections, and one of the side effects is flushness. So that is probably what you are seeing.
Middle of the flesh. How are you feeling?
So those injections knock me out kind of. So I don't sleep at all.
Nope.
As soon as they're given to me. So like I was up till, I don't even know what time yesterday. Sean probably can tell you. Wow. I probably didn't go to bed till 4.
Nope, about 4.
Huh?
Yeah, about 4.
So they just take me a couple days for all that medicine to kind of absorb. But it's well worth it because it is the one thing that has relatively given me no pain.
Can you use water with these markers?
Yep.
Mm-hmm,
they are water markers.
Water.
All right. So there is our thing. We are going to let it kind of absorb. This stuff, like I said, I cannot stress that enough. This stuff will continue to blend as long as you're using that Bristol cardstock. It's very important. So same thing on this. We're going to take a very dark green on this leaf and just kind of fill in some parts here. And then we're taking this neon green, picking up to lighten it, constantly cleaning our marker, and then we're going to fill in the rest.
Make sure you check your blood pressure.
Yeah, I have an Apple Watch, and all yesterday, when I do this, it goes, we have detected a higher than normal pulse. And I say, yeah, I can feel it. You don't have to tell me. But it goes away by the second day I'm good. But yeah, it is. It's kind of a bummer. But it gives me, it literally has been my saving grace for pain. So one day is not bad when you have pain. All right, so we're done with the coloring part. Let me show you up close here. And it's still going to blend.
Excuse me, sorry.
But you can see all the different colors we have now going in there, and that's kind of what we want. So we're going to set this kind of off to the side, let it do its thing. And now we can move on to the construction of the card. So we are going to be making a 5, or basically an A2 card, like you guys know I love. Oh, I forgot to give you guys the links to these. So these are Crazy Stitch from, this is from Little Inkers. I love Little Inkers. And these are dies that they have. We're going to be cutting it on Gina K cardstock, this black. I wish I would have given you guys that link. I feel bad now, but I love her stuff.
Oh, Jennifer says, can't be watching for mail from me. I know it's you have a birthday coming up. So do I. Mine's on Friday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So this card is going to be an A2 size card. So that's going to be 5.5 by 4 1/4. And I want to cut my card that because this will line up perfectly with that. So we have this outer edge, and then we have, wait a minute, that's not right, because that's going to do the inside. So we're going to have an outer edge, and I need to go grab the one that I messed up on. Be right back.
Ken's birthday is September 6th, next week, Thursday. Do you have to towel off the emboss so it doesn't smear? We use a embossing buddy to get the static electricity basically off the card. That you can do.
What was the question?
Do you have to towel off the emboss so it doesn't smear?
I don't think I understand, but that's okay. What do you mean? Do I have to towel off the emboss? Oh, no. The powder you mean that we put down?
I'm assuming.
So I just blow it off, but no, you don't have to.
Oh, hi, Auntie Tay.
Hi, Auntie Tay. All right, so this is just going to put an embossing on this outside. It's not going to cut it. So that's why you guys are seeing me line this up on here, because this won't actually cut around it. This is literally just going to emboss kind of a stitch look in it. This green one will actually be a cut on the inside, because we do want to cut this on the inside. And I'm just using purple tape because even though I'm using my magnetic sheet, Gina K's cardstock's pretty thick stuff. Like I said, it's 110 pound. So the magnets are trying to go through that cardstock and then to this. So I'm going to put that purple tape there because you don't obviously want this to move. If you have a issue with this bowing, it's better to put the bow facing this than it is to put it away. You're going to get a better...
How can we send a card to Ken early birthday?
There is, our address is in the bottom. You want to hear a funny story? I don't know if Jessica's in here. Is Jessica in here?
Which
Sabisky?
one? Yeah, I think she is.
Is she? Okay, so I've had my address in the bottom of my videos forever. Probably the past...
3 years?
3 years. And even in the beginning, Sean was like, well, shouldn't we like get a P.O. box? And I'm like, Sean, if someone's going to come murder us, let them come murder us. Like, I wasn't worried about it. So Jessica, who has been a fan for that long, a couple days ago reaches out to me and says, Ken, do you know you have your address in the bottom of your videos? I said, yeah, so people can send us stuff. And she was like, there's crazy people out there. What if they try to come kill you? And I was like, Jessica, I've had that down there for 3 years, and you just now noticed it. So that tells me how many people are looking down in our description. It is literally the last thing down there, but it was funny. She was like, duly noted. So the great thing about purple tape is it does not tear your paper, which is really nice.
Yep.
So what we have is a nice frame with, let me get a white piece of paper so you guys can see that a little better. It's got this kind of crazy stitching. So hard to see on block paper. There, you can kind of see it there in an angle. There they go. They can see it now.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So that is going to be on the outside. And now what we need to do is get ready with this. So we're going to put this off to the side.
If ink gets on the embossing, it could smear, and she's asking if you towel wipe it off to prevent it from smearing.
If ink gets on the embossing, it could smear. So if ink gets on the embossing, so after you've embossed it and that embossing's done, I can color on it and it's fine. Worst case scenario, if people, for example, when you do like a emboss resist, yes, people just take a towel and wipe down their embossing.
Yep. Whose birthday is the 6th? That would be Kenny's.
That's my birthday. All right, so here is our wonderful toner sheets. We do want these to be at a A2 size card, and so we're looking at a. Oops, Sean, what size is that?
5.5 by 4.25.
I am so proud. So we do want to make sure. So we're going this way, so we need to make sure that this way is the 5.5. But see, this has a little bit of a lip, so I'm going to cut that. There we go. So this should be 5.5. Oh, this has a lip too, so let's.
He eats candy from strangers? Do you?
Do I?
Oh.
I mean, when I go into a bank or something, if they have candy, yeah, I'm going to eat it.
Sean, is he a Virgo?
I'm a Virgo.
Yes.
All right, so there it is. So this is actually going to hide behind our frame here. So you can see it kind of lines up there. But we do need to run this through to get this beautiful. Now, we are using the Dazzling Orange. I love this. This is a Gina K foil, and while I'm running it through the machine, Sean can show you how amazing it is. But when it's so hard because you guys don't get to see it in real life.
What am I showing?
The Dazzling Orange, how it has little stars in it.
Mm-hmm.
So cute.
So cute.
But you don't get to see it in real life like I do. So it's kind of a, you got to kind of envision the sparkle and be the oohs and the ahs and the wows.
Yes.
You know what I mean, Sean?
Yes. It's Ken.
I was like, whoa, and you were like, whoa, and they were like, whoa. What's that from, Sean?
It's from Crush.
Turtle Talk with Crush. If you've ever been to Disneyland, that is a must.
Yep.
It's live interaction, which is amazing.
Yep. Yes, Ken's turning 29 again.
29.
So
I want Taylor Swift to write a song about me for my birthday. Do I have to date her first?
I don't know.
All right, so I'm going to send this through the Royal Sovereign. And you want to make sure you got your green light, which we do. And here she goes.
My birthday is March 11.
He's a Pisces.
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 We're actually seeing a couple kids that have the same birthday.
Oh,
you got my birthday too.
All right, so while this is going through the machine, we are going to be grabbing another.
I'm getting this to get in there.
Well, just don't worry about it. Put it off to the side. Put it off to the side, Sean.
I want to.
So we're going to be cutting a base of this at the same size. So once again, we're going to go 4.25 by 5.5. So I'm going to cut that right now.
And Virgos rock.
Virgos do rock. I would agree, whoever said that.
That was Jennifer Marker.
All right, so we are going to remove this so you guys can see it did nothing. What happened?
Oh, I think you may have done it on the... Did you on the right side?
I think I didn't have it face up, maybe? Yeah, it's that side.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong? Oh, Jonathan McCoy.
What?
Both sides have to go. You have it on cold right now. Cold won't do anything.
I didn't even know it was on cold.
So let me show you what Sean did when he turned it on. On these ones here, there's a hot and a cold. So you have to make sure it's hot. So the cold is really nice. A lot of machines don't have that, but I can see why it didn't do much. All right. Well, while we're waiting for that to heat up,
sorry, I didn't.
That's okay. We can do our next thing here, which is probably good because we do need to let this dry. Where is my mess mat? There it is. Okay, so this is going to be the edge of the card, but I kind of wanted to spruce it up a little bit I'm going to use some of the Fun Stampers Journey. These are color silks, which even though I don't, you guys, I'm no longer a coach, these are one of my favorite products. So there's a little, it's kind of like a, there's a little applicator, so you kind of have to shake for it. There it goes.
Yep. It's like a little BB.
And all we're going to do is we're going to tap in random places.
Oh my, listen to that.
So the further away you get, the more spread out. The closer obviously gives you more of a... And then I sometimes do take it and just kind of do...
Oh, thanks, Miss Kate.
What?
She says, it's okay, Sean. We still love you. After being...
Oh, he'll be disciplined after the video. Don't worry. I'm just kidding.
Just kidding. What could you use?
That is funny, though,
Cold
because
for?
I'm like...
That's a good question. I don't know what you'd use Cold for. I
So
think
that's for documents that are heat sensitive. So certain documents, when you put it in heat, so I think it's like carbon copies of stuff, turns all black in
That's right.
heat.
So you'd want so you're using obviously a different type of laminating.
Correct.
It's just sticky, and you're just pressing it in.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So any kind of and it would say on it, this is a heat sensitive document. Do not put through a laminator.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people will do their social security cards as a cold laminate. All right, so all we're gonna do is we are gonna let that dry, but you can see kind of the
effect.
kind of fun.
It does look like nail polish. You're right, Renee.
I love.
It's really cool
silks.
though. Yeah.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Silks are pretty awesome.
They are pretty awesome.
What'd you do? Get two?
I got like a bazillion.
Oh dear.
We're just gonna clean this, and then we'll foil. Here I was thinking Kenny did something wrong. I said, well, maybe I did put it upside down. So it's still not ready. It was ready, but it's already not ready again. So we will wait for it to get ready again.
Should be just a moment.
Un momento, por favor.
We'll pop up here and say hello.
So we can, or I can dry this real quick.
There we go. Use a little hair dryerness.
These aren't this is not a hair dryer.
Well, that. I didn't know you were using that. Uh-oh, turned itself on.
It's got a mind of its own.
Oh.
That's so funny you guys can see my redness because my doctor says, oh, the side effects of prednisone are not that bad. Like, you just must be ultra sensitive. And I'm like, for 2 days, doc, I'm dying.
All right.
I am dying. All right.
Red eye.
So once again, we're going to put this through and the heating element's on the top. And wait for it to grab it. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Row. It's the only bad thing about Fun Stamper Silks is...
Gets on everything.
It does. Not my Royal Sovereign is my favorite laminator of all time. I feel the heat. The heat. Oh, wow, it's everywhere. Ooh.
What is? Oh, it's even on your hands.
I'm not chewing on my nails. You
No, I didn't
clipped
say
them.
that. I said it's even on your hand.
How dare you?
Do the silks and sprays come in neon colors?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Let's see if it worked this time. Oh! All right. So we're going to do the removal. Are we ready, Sean?
And go.
Oh!
Like that.
Look at that beautiness.
So again, you can see the stars.
Oh, my stars.
Da, da, da. Beautimous.
All right, so we are going to take this. This is a ThermoWeb tape runner, and this will be hidden by the border. So that's the whole reason I did this, but we're just laying down a little strip, and I am using their little one just because I don't want it that thick. And I just went off the side, but not a big deal, but we'll
clean it up.
All right, so we're first gonna put this down and line it up. I don't know if this is the right size now that I look at it. Maybe I cut this too short. Now I'm worried, Sean. I did cut it too short. Okay, good then. I was worried, Jonathan. I'm still gonna measure it because now I'm really worried. I have so many pieces of block paper everywhere. I'm stressed. Nope, we're good. Okay, now that I've confirmed it, no panic attacks here.
Have fun having dinner, Kathy.
Dinner.
What are we having?
I don't know yet.
Chicken.
All right, so then this, look at that. I know, you guys are all stunned. I know. No comments. Sometimes I just talk to myself, Sean.
I love when Ken makes cards. My favorite. Thing to watch.
Ooh, little drunk there. Little ziggity zaggity boop. I love when I make nice cards. Sometimes I make cards and as I'm doing it live, I'm like,
Not so much.
this is not my favorite card.
And that's a rarity, though.
Oh, but it does.
Music chick. Sorry, she didn't get a notification.
I can no longer figure out who gets notification.
Yeah, it's such an imperfect system. It's ridiculous. I know he went out and tried to share it to everybody to let them know that we're going. We were still talking about getting
so sticky.
Still talking about maybe doing some way of getting a
I
text
can do
message.
a text message. It's just
all those
cost money, peeps. Yeah. All right, so we have a nice border now. Look at that. Ooh la la, wee wee.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la, wee wee. Okay, we won't need this no more. No more. All right, so we will be putting this on a black card base, which I will go grab now.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Just remember, Music Chick, we typically will go live between 4:30 and 5:30. Somewhere within that hour, we will be live. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I went to a card making class one time, and of the 6 students, 5 of us were Debbies. Oh my goodness.
So we're going to put this on. You could either A, get some more Gina K's cardstock and do it in half. Here's the deal. The whole reason I do these card bases from Michaels is when I find a cardstock I love, it's usually going to be a thicker cardstock. So like Gina K's.
Yep.
Oh, wah, wah, wah. Gina K's cardstock is amazing. It's a little bit on the pricier side, and it's 110 pound stock, so I don't really want to use that as my actual card. I don't mind doing the card front in it, but when I go to Michael's and they have the 70% off and take another 20% off, I'll stock up on these cards.
Ken should teach a class at Maymay's Made It Con. I
was going to, but prior commitments.
Mm-hmm.
But I should. She has a cruise coming up, I think.
Yeah, she does.
She does. All right. So I was going to just use black, but I think I'm going to use the black and white. So we're going to grab some twine. The only reason I like the black more than this, but I don't think you're going to see it, I could use the tan. But I think the tan's going to be off from everything I'm using.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
So this is still will work. I do like the black and the tan a little better because it's waxed and it gives it a little bit more firmness to keep it in place, but not a big deal. So we're just wrapping this all around my fingers. You can go for a bigger circle, you want to use 4 fingers. For a smaller circle, you want to use like 3 fingers. And then I just put it on my card, and remember it's going to be blocked by this mostly. So we're really just we want to kind of move it. But you do want that's too much. That's why. So we're going to cut this down. Cut it down. So once again, we're Doing this around 4 fingers.
Michael's had the cards 70% off. Perfect time to buy them.
It is. I love Michael's. I think they call those hot deals, or I want to say it's a hot deal. Hot deal. And it's like they're card stocks too. So they have card stocks, and so I'm just kind of moving it around however I feel. And you want the ends where basically they start to be kind of in the center there.
Are we going to do Craft Cruise?
Craft Cruise.
Never heard of it.
I am just trying to get through the rest of this year.
Yeah, we got to finish this year before we do anything.
All right.
We're going on a cruise, but it's not for that.
All right, so I kind of like it up there. So we're going to use some purple tape.
Will you make a shaker with these acetate sheets, please?
You could. Oh, well, I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
Of course you could. It'd be great for that, but you want me to. All right, and I'm going to take a little bit of some of this orange and kind of press it down here. Because I
Hot
kind of like
hot buys.
that
Yep.
look. It's kind of a distressed look. That's really kind of cool. I like that. I like that a lot, Shawnee.
Is it still wet?
Yeah. And it's giving it kind of a distressed look, a happy accident. Look at that.
Nice.
So I'm kind of taking my finger here. This ink's a little wet, and I got a little bit off to the side, and I thought I ruined it, but I actually kind of like this little distressed look. So I'm just basically where it's still wet, adding a little just off to each side of the pumpkin, not over the whole thing.
Michael's has the best sales during the week
So
when
cool.
when I'm at work. Yeah.
All right, so we are now going to use foam squares. These are thermal web foam squares, which I'm obsessed with right now. They look like this. They're actually iCraft, but they're by thermal web. And I'm a big believer in making sure I put foam squares.
Wow.
What?
Jamie's mom works at Michael's, and she's 83.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks. You owe me a Coke.
And the nice thing I just found out looking at Thermal Web's website is they have black foam squares. And I normally would have used black, but I'm all out. Because when you are doing an all black card like this, it is noticeable if you turn this card on its side. So I would say to use that. All right, and you grab a pokey tool.
Pokey pokey.
Man, these are sticky. Moment of silence. Sean is engaged in your comments.
Mm-hmm.
I am engaged with the pokey pokey.
I missed the beginning. Is that a stamp? The die cut pumpkin piece? It is a stamp. And then we used a die cut from Gina K's collection to get it cut. It's the double and single stitch die cut circle. Did you put that in the link?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
It'll
in the
say
link.
Gina K thin metal dies.
Thin metal die.
So she has a whole series. She has circle, oval, squares,
Rectangle.
tags, whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So we could, if we wanted to. I don't think I'm going to. I really like the simplicity of this card. But if you wanted to, that set does come with something that says Happy Halloween. What time? Do I have a few minutes? Oh, I have a few minutes. Here, we'll do that.
So this is the stamp, Tim Holtz. That's the one we're using. I run a black marker along the edge of the outside squares.
You could do that.
You could definitely do that. It would work.
Okay, I do think I need Happy Halloween on the bottoms. We're doing it. We're doing it, Sean.
You're doing it.
We're doing it.
It kills me when all those dimensionals are used.
Kills you in a good way or kills you in a bad way?
I don't know.
Killing me softly with his
That's what Deb said.
Killing me softly. Wait, I want this to be white. With his song telling my whole... Now that's going to be stuck in my head, Sean.
Oh.
I mean, that's not your fault, but it kind of is.
I didn't sing it.
That's okay. I still like you. Hey, I just met you. And Sean is crazy.
So here's my number.
Don't get me a copyright violation.
You're not
They'll
there.
pick you up. You have such a good voice. They'll be like, that's probably Carly J. Repson's, or Beps, what's her name?
I don't
Repson?
know. I have
Carly
no
Ray
idea.
Jepson singing that. Hey, I just met you. These are also little inkers. So if you do end up going to their site, this is little inker dies.
She was on one of our lives.
She was when we did her unboxing.
Yeah.
She is very nice. Her name is Laura. And she is all of her stuff is made in the USA.
Skull and Crossbones reminds me of One Eye Willie from the Goonies.
Oh, I was just talking about that movie today.
Great movie.
It is a great movie.
So weird to see all those young kids as grown-ups now.
They're doing a sequel, I heard.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wonder with whom. Our table is touching that. Sorry for the shakiness. It's not supposed to be doing that.
All right. So what we're going to do with this, and you guys are going to be like, oh gosh, I don't know about this, Ken. Ken, are you sure? All right. So we are going to grab our Tim Holt. Sean just left me.
No.
I know it's because I'm loud.
You're
I know.
overmodulating.
I know I'm overmodulating.
That's why we need a... Ooh, there's not enough. You hear that?
What?
How that sounded?
No.
I'll show you later.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to put this on. Sean, can you get a little closer if you don't
Sure
mind?
can. Sure can.
We're going to put this in between here. And grab it. Is that crooked? No, it's Happy Halloween. Who cares? And we are going to do a combination of two things. We are going to use Raven ink, and then we're going to be using our orange silk.
Do you always run your dies forward and backwards? Does that give a better cut? I think he does it just to be on the safe side.
Because sometimes you'll do it and it doesn't get a good enough impression. Okay, so I just lightly tap that. I'm going to shake my orangeness here, and I'm literally going to paint this. Just kind of touch it in different spots.
Which version were you killing? Which version of the song "Killing Me Softly" are you doing?
Fuji's. Okay, so the first time you go, don't just go directly on your thing. You need to do a clean one first. So we're just going to kind of smush it first. Smush it again. Okay, and now we can smush it the real one. And the nice thing about this is we now need to clean it off and do one in just black. Black. So I'll let you clean off the stamp real quick. I'm going to hit it with so while Sean's cleaning the stamp, I'm hitting this with a heat tool. All right, perfect, Sean.
Clean.
Okay, excuse-moi. So I hit the bottom with the heat tool to basically clean off that orange. And now we're going to take a dry towel, dab that down, and we're going to follow up with our black ink, but this time we're going to get a nice impression.
So a whole bunch of things just went by. What is the silk you're using? Where can you find it?
That is a Fun Stamper's Journey silk. See? So the first one is just to get that orange on there. So you can use a little bit of that.
Ken does not sell it anymore.
I do not. Unfortunately, we parted ways.
Mm-hmm.
They had some requirements I wasn't willing to do. And to be honest, I was focusing so much on Chocolate, I'll admit, I was not being a good coach for them. So you know, there's other people out there working their business that probably deserve.
And as you saw, we used just a baby wipe to clean off the stamp, and it came just fine.
Okay, so now you can see the kind of effect, and I do like that. So we're going to, once again, use my
The runner.
and we're gonna center it in this bad boy, which they can't see. Sorry, guys.
There you go.
I need like an X like they do in the movies where it's like, here's your spot. I need that so when I'm moving stuff, you guys can see it.
Yep. You can do
So
that.
we need to line this up just right because you should see the stitching on the, there we go.
Top and bottom.
Ta-da! And then we do need to cut it. And I want this to be in the center, so see how precise I am when I'm cutting, Sean?
I did see that.
I mean, seriously, that takes some tools.
Can you move over this way?
Where?
Right there. Perfect.
Perfect?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to clean up my edges.
Rhonda, it's Royal Sovereign. Oh, thank you, Georgia, for answering that.
Yay. All right, so last adhesive and we are done. I'm going to tuck it a little bit underneath the pumpkin. So I don't want it separated too much. So, but I do have foam squares, so I'm only going to be able to go up so much.
Bum, bum,
Ta-da!
bum.
There we go. So we have, look at that black, the pumpkin's back there. And we have the big pumpkin here. We have nice orange in there, some nice stitching. That's a fun fall card.
Loving it.
And then we'll put up my leaf card again so you guys can see that. Here it is.
There and there. That way.
So now, gosh, that's hard. This one I wish the camera, it's over modulated, but there are some beautiful yellows and greens and blues in there. And we just don't pick it up on this camera because it's so saturated in that color. But, oh, in real life, it's beautiful. So there you go. We have a nice fall card using alternative colors. Don't forget, I mean, everyone always gets stuck in their bubble of it's got to be fall. So it's going to be orange and yellows. And you could do blues. You could do pinks. You know, get jiggy with it.
Getting jiggy with it.
And then the pumpkin one. Which one is your favorite? Sean, what's your favorite?
I
love
I
it.
will have to go with
Thank you, Huntress Habit, for being on top of Sean.
What did I do?
Everyone's saying, zoom out, please. Zoom out, please. Zoom out, please.
I did.
He gets so stuck on reading your questions, he doesn't see that. And I really rely on him to zoom in and out. So I'll be better at that next time, guys. Sorry.
Sorry. I like the pumpkin one the best.
You do?
Yep. But I love the way the leaves you did with the leaves.
See, I
Those
love the
turned out
leaf one. It's just so bright in the colors. So cool. Very cool, guys. All right.
Loving it.
Yeah, so there you go. Don't forget, you can enter to win all 5 sets of the iCraft Thermal Web Designer Toner Sheets. And then 4, so that's 5 toner sheets, 4 Deco foil rolls that have 5 sheets in each.
Yep.
And the memory tape, which is what you can use and not see the tape behind your card. As you guys saw in today's card, my way of hiding that was to kind of create a border around the card. But if you didn't want to create that border, you would be able to use that memory. So all you have to do on that, make sure you share it to your Facebook page, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you're subscribed to this page, so that way you don't miss out on any of our videos. Once again, all of the links are down below, including the Royal Sovereign. I do believe it is $49.99 on ThermalWeb. And I know a lot of you are going to go to Amazon and see like the Amazon Basic, I want to say is like $10, and the Scotch is around $25. This is by far the best laminator I've ever used. So I have to say that this laminator, this is my 4th laminator, and I've never paid good money for a laminator, and now I kick myself because it's great. It's a really good laminator. But that link is down below through ThermalWeb. You can search for it on Amazon. I do believe it's a little bit more expensive on Amazon right now. It's the they have a 12-inch, and then they have like, I think, a smaller one, and you want the bigger one. So at least I do. So all the links are down below. All the links go to ThermalWeb, Amazon. A few of them might go to Brutus Monroe for the embossing inks and powder. But I would definitely say this laminator, this heat gun, it's where it's at. Those two are awesome.
Awesome.
Hopefully tomorrow I won't be as red, because hopefully the prednisone will be out of my system, please. So I won't be so flush, because it's right now burning up in here.
I'm sorry.
Even though we're in the basement.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Feels comfy for me.
I will be back tomorrow, probably 2 videos. There should be a Ken from the car during the day. In the evening, we will be doing another project.
Somewhere between 4:30 and 5:30.
I don't know what it is, or do I? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, I do know what it is. Okay. I have some projects on it.
I don't know what it is.
As always, if you guys need anything, please let me know on Facebook or through email. I adore all of you guys. And for all of you who are a Patreon, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you. We would not be able to be here without our Patreons and your support. We're very close to our next milestone. So if you're interested in becoming a Patreon, check down below. It will say become a Patreon, see different perks. There is perks, free files, digital paper, magazines, tons of stuff. So you might want to take a peek at that. And for those of you who are a Patreon, I believe it is the gold level or higher. When we exit, thank you. Your name will be put on the screen as one of your monthly benefits.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Go out there and create something magical.
Bye, guys.